Let's talk about my 5-star predictions. Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome if you are new here. Today we will be talking about my 5-star predictions. We are going to do a little bit of a review of what I predicted would be a 5-star in 2023, and then we're going to move on into my 2024 5-star predictions. This will be quick though. Don't worry about it being too long of a video. So the first book on my 5-star predictions is The Maleficent 7 by Cameron Johnston. I don't know if you guys can see it behind me up here. Yes, it's a 5-star. It is on my favorite shelf. I absolutely loved it. This is Suicide Squad meets fantasy. That's pretty much all you need to know. We have a mama bear character as the main character, and she's trying to protect her kids. These are all morally gray characters. Epic fun, and the best ending to a novel I've ever read. Next would be No Land for Heroes. Do you see it up there? It's right up there. The orange one. I loved it again. I loved Millie so much. I'm so excited to read No Port in a Storm. It's already been chosen for me in my 12 by 12 if you guys have watched that. I am so excited to move on with Millie. So did it reach 5-star? It was a 4.5, so I'm not mad about it. Godblind by Anna Stephens. I did not read. We'll come back to that. The First Binding by R.R. Verdi. I didn't read it. It's a little intimidating, I have to say. And my brain this last year it wasn't really prepared for these meaty fantasy books. And being compared to Name of the Wind has put me off to it and made me excited all at the same time. So I have weird feelings when it comes to The First Binding. I want to like it, I really do, but I'm scared to read it. Flames of Mira, I didn't read. I can see it, it's staring at me. That'll come up again in just a minute. Cold from the North by D.W. Ross. This was not a 5-star, guys, not a 5-star. I actually gave it 3 stars. So the first 30% for me was a 5-star. I totally would have given it based on that, the first 30%, but the plot fell off really quickly after that, and I had no idea what was going on, what were we trying to accomplish, where were we going, what were our goals. It just lost sight of the whole plot after 30%, and so I think if it would have continued on in the same vein as the first 30% of the book, I would have really enjoyed it, but sadly enough, that one did not work out. Savage Legion, loved it again. I gave it 4.5 stars, so I'm not mad about it, The Path of Thorns was 5 stars. I waffled back and forth between 4.5 and 5 for a really long time. It's 5 stars. I loved it. It's a dark gothic fairy tale. It's completely up my alley. Everyone should read A.G. Slatter if you have not yet. The Kingdom of Copper I did not get around to. And Call of the Bone Ships. Yes, loved it so much. You guys can see my RJ Barker here now. Love him so much. I love The Wind of Kingdom and Tide Child a lot. There's a good chance that this one actually might be in my favorite books of the year. Okay, let's get into what I think will be 5-star predictions for me this year. I have to start this off with These Burning Stars by Bethany Jacobs. Why do I have to start this off with this book? Because I love Megan E. O'Keefe, and maybe I should just talk about another book right after this. And Essa Hansen, and I've loved everything that they've been putting out. And then this sounds so much like something that they would write. I need more. More authors like this, more books like this. There's a good chance I might end up with a special edition copy of this book in the near future. Good chance. I might not. We'll see. But yeah, it has been a 5-star prediction for me ever since I heard the synopsis. And then I heard people talking about it, and I'm like, I need this in my life so much. Let's go ahead and talk about the other book that falls into this, and that would be Some Desperate Glory by Emily Tesh. I've talked a lot about this book in the last few videos, well, in videos that have been preceding this. I think that I'm really going to love this one too. Again, Lyndon A. Lewis, Essa Hansen, Megan E. O'Keefe's, these are the types of books that I'm like really falling in love with. I'm really falling in love with sci-fi. But I need more. I need more. So this is a 5-star prediction for me. And if you guys know me at all, you probably saw this coming, but No Legend Lives Forever by Cal Black. Yes, No Port in a Storm is already on my 2024 TBR, and I have confirmation from Cal that No Legend Lives Forever will be published in 2024. So I'm very, 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 very excited for this one. Again, I love Millie. I've probably said that so many times recently. Wait, I think I just said that in this video, didn't I? I did. Okay, and returning from our last group is Godblind by Anna Stephens. I do still want to get to it. I put it on my fall books that I wanted to read, and in that I was drawing the books because I was doing Spookopoly. Never drew one that would allow me to read Godblind, so that is a priority read for me in 2024 because I've been dying to read this series for a really long time. And it just needs to get on the TBR. It is grimdark, and I would love a return to grimdark, and I'd love a return to grimdark with a female author. Again, returning would be Flames of Mira by Clay Harmon. Now, I'm sad. I'm devastated that I had an arc for this and I still have not read it. Why? I can't tell you. I have no idea. It should be one I'm reaching for. And so I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I think it's because everybody compares it to Red Rising. And that's not how it was pitched to me. Maybe that's what throws me. That could very well be it. I do like Red Rising though, so that comparison shouldn't hurt the book in any way. However, I think it has. I think it has. Next would be Darkwater Daughter by H.M. Long. Now, this is going on my 5-star predictions due to my friend Izzy. We have very similar reading tastes. She finally read this book, and then she was like, oh, Trinity, you've got to read it. You've got to read this book. And if you guys have been paying attention over this last month, it's already on my TBR. Next would be The Final Strife by Sarah Al-Arifi. Now, I don't own this book yet, but I've heard from so many people, Jashana, I've heard her talk about it, but so many people have told me this series is excellent and I need to get on it. So I will be purchasing this one. I've been on a book buying ban for quite some time, but I will be purchasing this one because I need to know. I need to know what everyone's talking about. And I've heard the second book it only gets better. It only gets better. Next would be our Sherlockian fantasy, The Tainted Cup by Robert Jackson Bennett. I do have an arc for this, so I should be reading it very soon. I don't know if I will get to it before the publication date though. I've had it for a while, so it's on me, but it's an ebook. They just sent it to me, so I didn't really know what to do other than say, yes, of course I want it. But I've tried to read it ebook form. I don't think the ebook's gonna work out for me, so I will just get the audio when it comes out, yeah, as normal, and then see if I love it enough. And it's a 5-star prediction, so I do think I am gonna enjoy it. I don't think there's any doubts about me liking a Sherlockian book by Robert Jackson Bennett. It just doesn't seem like a thing that's gonna happen. And recent addition to this list would be A Study in Drowning by Ava Reid. I've heard so many good things about this, so many things that make it sound up my alley. And I'm not a Dark Academia fan, you guys know this. I've talked to a lot of people who told me that the Dark Academia elements in this are not strong. So what I tend to not like about Dark Academia might not even be there. But I am very, very excited to get to this one. And last but not least is another that was on my 23 books I needed to read in 2023, but that would be Legacy of the Brightwash by Crystal Matar. I'm gonna read it, guys. I'm gonna read it. I have been putting it off because I didn't get around to it this last year due to some competitions that I took part in, like the Spookopoly and stuff like that, and I couldn't make it fit a prompt. And that's the whole reason I didn't read it. That's a lot of the reason I didn't get to the ones that I wanted to read in 2023 was the readathons and things like that, readathons and challenges that I let myself get involved in. I'm not mad about it. I had a good year and I feel like I had a really good reading year. It's just that some things didn't quite get read. But I know the second book in this series is out. I've prepared, I have tissues handy for when I do read it, and I'm very excited about it. But that will be it for me today. Like, subscribe, do all the fun things. Remember, I have a Patreon if you guys would like to get involved in the giveaways, readathons, and bingo boards that we will be participating in January. Bye.